Welcome, UCL fans, and more specifically, South Beach Slowkings fans. I'm Nintendo Fanatic 64, and I'm here to do my own draft analysis for the United Championship League Season 2. If you haven't seen any of these videos, what I'm doing is I'm going to be checking out the draft selections from Season 1 for this team, and then comparing them to how they drafted during Season two's draft. If you do enjoy this video, please leave it a thumbs up. Let me know also down in the comments section who you believe will be the MVP for the South Beach Slowkings this season. So we're going to first start by taking a look at the South Beach Slowkings Season 1 draft. Definitely they didn't have the greatest of records, but there are teams that did worse than them as well. They kind of got off to a slow start, started building up a little more momentum closer to the end of the season, but started with like Mega Galley, Tyranitar Superior, Slowking, Doublade, Kingdra, Exploud, Togetic, Tyrantrum, Avalugg, Murkrow, and Electivire. Definitely had a good mix of mons. The most common ones brought, as you can see, were the Mega Gallade, the Tyranitar, Doublade, and Electivire, and then just kind of mixed up with the other ones. And of course, the coach behind the South Beach Slowking, Sensational GP, aka David, is not really known for Wi-Fi battles. It's more known for probably doing like Let's Plays more than anything else. So it's definitely, with his first season now behind him, he has pledged that he's going to go, 15-0 this season. Will it happen? We'll yet to see. One thing I do know for sure is during season 1, I was really hoping to see a lot more out of the Superior, because I know it was recently bumped up to OU during the time, and running it because its hidden ability Contrary had just been released, and Contrary I know will basically reverse the way stats would work. So instead of lowering an attack, it might heighten an attack instead for it. So when running it with I think it's Leaf Storm, where it harshly lowers your special attack after using it, it instead will not harshly but greatly, but it raises it two stages instead of lowering it two stages. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at how he drafted this season, which is definitely a much better draft all around, and a lot of people were even mentioning it during the draft itself that he is drafting much better this time. He also sniped a lot of people in different formats, but we'll get to that. But he drafted Landorus Therian, which was like one of the number one picks from Season 1, I remember. Altaria, he chose also to be his Mega for it. And he also chose Keldeo. And then he had Entei, Porygon2, Celebi, Electros, Excavalier, Togetic, Gastrodon, Steelix, and Muck. The biggest snipe out of all of this we know is the Entei that was drafted in the UU tier. He was high enough in it, he was able to get it. Entei, of course, when I did the top 20 video last season, Entei was actually third on that list for it, so it was actually ranked third overall compared to any of the other mods for it. So it'll be interesting to see how well it gets run this season, if it will still stay up there in its knockout ratio, or if it will fall down due to the inexperienced battling style of the South Beach Slowkings. But again, I'm sure David will be doing a lot of practicing, going on Showdown, maybe even asking his fans to do Wi-Fi battles with him. Something that will actually help him to, do a lot of work this season. He's not the greatest of battlers, he's not the most experienced of battlers, I should say, but can definitely, with Entei on his team, can definitely put in a lot of work. Also picked up, Porygon 2, which I know is a very bulky and annoying Pokemon for some people to deal with, especially you slap an Eviolite on it. It knows like Recover, Tri-Beam, just a lot of great moves. Celebi, kind of an interesting pickup. I think can be used very well if you want to run like a cleric on your team, because it can get moves I believe such as like either aromatherapy or heal bell on it. Picking up one of the Pixie-mons, which a lot of them were picked up this season, which is kind of nice to see. Landorus Therian, definitely a big one, can run with like U-turn on it. Most people run it like, I believe, choice banded U-turn options on it. So it'll be very nice to see how it gets used in this season. Doesn't really have unless I'm missing something, which I'm probably sure I am, and if I am, just let me know down below. I don't believe any of. Oh, I do. Never mind. I was about to say I didn't think any of his bonds got like Volt Switch or any other ones really can get U-turn, but I guess Excavalier I would imagine can get U-turn considering it is a bug type move and it is a bug type. But I know Electros does get access to Volt Switch. Electros is very nice because you can either run it physically or specially on it. You won't know exactly which way it's going to go for it. So you can actually run it specially with Volt Switch, or you can run it physically with U-turn on it. So it can be very diverse in how you want to run it. If you run it physically, usually running like Power Up Punch or Drain Punch, Knock Off, obviously U-turn. If you run it specially, I know I've run specially Electrosses on the bass on Showdown, where it's been like, Giga Drain, Flamethrower, Volt Switch, and, maybe like Thunderbolts, slap an Assault Vest on there and, just have fun with it. Togetic, his only repeating mon from Season 1 as well, which, didn't really do a whole lot. As you can see, he brought it to 5 battles and it was knocked out all 5 times for it. So maybe, but again, RU is one of the smallest tiers out there, so when you get down to it, there's not a whole lot left you can draft when you get to the very end for it. Gastrodon was also a snipe, another big snipe, because it was looking to go back to, or at least, the coaches that was hoping to get it, was hoping to get it for the Tucson Terrakions once again this season, but again, got sniped in front of it. Could have done it out of spite. Maybe he actually has a plan with it. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see how the season goes. Also managed to draft Steelix and Mux, so kind of nice. Steelix being, kind of okay, can set up Stealth Rock, so hopefully he'll take advantage using things like that. Keldeo is another one of those ones as well that I believe was up there as far as knockouts go. I'm actually looking up my information from Season 1, just pulling it up. Yeah, Keldeo managed to get 15 knockouts during Season 1, so was 12th overall in the top 20 of the Pokemon that were knocked out for it. So definitely has some good mons at his disposal. It'll be very interesting to see how he can come together and hopefully, beat his record from last year. Will he actually go 15-0 this season? Maybe. I'm not saying he won't. I'm not saying he will, but just have to tune in and find out, and let's see what happens. Don't forget, week 1 starts this Saturday, and I think, let's see, we can actually pull up the list right here. I'll show it for everyone to see. This is the list, and he's gonna have a hard time because in week 1 he's going up against the defending champions, the Bronx Beartics. Good luck to David in the South Beach Slowkings on trying to, dethrone the champs in week 1. I think he promised that he's going to get a 6-0 sweep on him. I don't know if he's going to do that, but, good luck in his prep. Hopefully get some help on getting prep for it because, of course, there's no joke in the Bronx Beartics. But if you did enjoy this video, let me, leave a thumbs up. Let me know down below again who you think is going to be the MVP for the South Beach Slowkings this season. Remember, this is all unofficially related to the UCL. This is just me having fun, but if you want to make this become more of an official thing, I always encourage people to tweet at the UCL, just mention, hey, we want this guy to become more of an official member of the UCL, whether it's, running news, statistics, whatever have you for that. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take care and goodbye.